Hey guys, so I thought I would make this little one-off video because I keep seeing a couple of other YouTubers from the Philippines talking about the police visiting them monthly or whatever. There's one in particular that lives near Dipolog, which, if you guys don't know, that's where I lived for the first 6 months I was here. Now I'm about 2 hours from Dipolog. But we're both in Mindanao, both in Zamboanga del Norte. So I wouldn't say it's a dangerous area, motorbike, but it's probably not the safest either. So there is a heightened police awareness for foreigners here. And let me start off by saying the police here are very nice. They're really only trying to help and make sure that we foreigners are not kidnapped by Abu Sayyaf or NPA. They really, I believe, have the best of intentions. Now, having said that, I am an American and I am in a foreign country. And I do not like the idea of the law enforcement here recording my passport information. Now, I also want to say that people are commenting on his videos about the police visiting them and all this, like, oh, you don't have to show them your passport and all this stuff. Well, I mean, I'm not sure if that's true. And even if it was, they have nothing to gain from viewing your passport. They never even, and the guy in the video kept saying that the police are checking on the visa status or whatever by looking at your passport. Well, by looking at your passport, you really can't tell if a person has a valid visa or not. You can extend your tourist visa for 3 years before you have to leave the country. So the police, when they came to me, they've come 3 times now. They come once a month, every month, around the 10th to 12th of the month, somewhere in there. And they pose with me and take a picture and all that, basically to make sure I'm still alive. But not once have they ever asked for my visa documentation. When you get a visa extension, the guy at the municipal building, when it all clears and comes back, you'll go and pick up the papers. It's just, normal printer paper, basically. Well, it looks like that office paper from like the 1980s or early 90s that have the holes on the sides with the really annoying sounding printers. But anyway, that's beside the point. So they never asked for my visa documentation. Now, when I showed them my passport, I did show them the visa documentation also, just voluntarily. The only thing that I refused to allow them to do is photograph or in any way record my passport number or my social security number. They also have a questionnaire that they want foreigners to fill out. And on that questionnaire, it has questions about what is your work in America, or from your own country, from your home country, what's your work, and where do you live, who are your relatives, and all that kind of stuff. Now, the relatives and where you live, I'm sure has to do with if they find you dead somewhere, they know who to contact. But I really can't think of a reason why they would need to know anything about your prior work history or what you do for a living. So I refuse to answer those questions as well. I have a video of my interaction with the police when they came to talk to me. All of the YouTubers want to talk about the police and their interactions or whatever. I have a video. I have a video of me talking to the police and verbally refusing to allow them to document my passport number or answer any of the financial questions. So you can see firsthand yourself what the reaction of the police is when you refuse. And the reaction is, fine, okay, we just need to make sure you're alive. So, I mean, I really don't understand what the big problem is. People are afraid of the police coming and having a cup of coffee with you once a month. I mean, I don't, whatever. Trust me, if a boo sigh-off or the NPA wants your ass is had. And there's no police that are going to stop it. What the police are going to do is they're going to come clean up the mess and bag your body up afterwards. That's what they're going to do. So the police are not in some sort of, corrupt organization where, they're going to feed your information to a boo sigh-off or any of this other crap. It's not going to happen. And if it does happen, it was going to happen anyway. You've made yourself a target. You've either spent too much money in your area or this or that. I've made it well known in my area that almost anybody I talk to, if it comes up in conversation, I make sure to tell them, if someone were to try to kidnap me, there's a couple of things to keep in mind. Number one, I'm a big guy and they better bring some friends. They better bring some friends. Number two, no matter what happens, no matter how many guns they have, no matter what they do, I will not go with them. I will not be abducted. I'll die right here in the middle of the street in front of my house. Because I will not go. And I'll do my damnedest to take one of their guns away and use it on them. And number three, I've made it well known that I don't have any money. So they'd be wasting their time. They'd be putting themselves at risk of imprisonment for life or whatever, criminal punishments come from kidnapping and possibly murder or whatever. Definitely murder because, again, I won't go with them. So I've made it well known that it would be a complete waste of their time. They're not going to receive any money in any circumstance of any way that it would play out. Money would not go from me to them in any way. Wouldn't happen. So they would gain absolutely nothing and risk everything. So, if you live in a dangerous area, like around here in Mindanao, I probably wouldn't go and buy 3 new motorbikes and build a giant 3,000 square meter house. I mean, I just probably wouldn't do it. Even if I had a few $1 million. I mean, if you're that wealthy, what the hell are you doing in Mindanao? There's a lot more beautiful, luxurious places in the Philippines to live than Mindanao. Most of us that live in Mindanao live here because we don't have a lot of money. And I'm one of 6 foreigners in my, not my barangay, but like in my, immediate 40-kilometer, circle. And I've met or seen every single one of them. And I'm here to tell you there's not one of us that's rich. Not one. And if they are, then they're doing exactly what you're supposed to do and hiding it very well. So, the whole point of this video is to kind of put to rest some of this fear or misinformation about these police visits. They basically, it's not for verifying your visa status or whatever, because like I said, they've never asked for my visa documentation. I voluntarily gave it to them, but they didn't ask for it. The sole purpose is to make sure that no one has threatened you, you're still alive. That's basically it. And yes, you absolutely do have the right to refuse. It won't stop them from coming. They will still come to your house every month. They'll still come. Now, whether or not, you talk to them or answer the door or whatever, I don't know that there's any law regarding that, but just because you refuse doesn't mean they're going to stop coming. And I've tried to walk kind of a fine line between having a good relationship with the local police and still, holding on to what I believe is right and not showing them certain things. And I think it's worked out pretty well. I still get along with the police here. They smile and wave when they see me. They talk to me, cordially and nice. They don't give me weird looks or whisper after I walk by. But yet they know what I will and will not show them. So we have kind of a mutual understanding. So I just wanted to make this video because maybe, I'm not a very large or popular YouTuber. So maybe people just aren't seeing that police interaction. But everybody's talking all this crazy stuff about it. And I'm sitting here watching these videos like, I have a video of the police interaction. Instead of jaw-jacking about what happened or what could happen or whatever, when the police come to visit, throw a camera to your Filipina. Video the thing. It's a public interaction on your private property. Video it. I did.